Bonjour everyone, welcome to another video. Welcome back if it's a return visit, and welcome if it is your first visit. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a not unboxing, but basically I had a few hours to do some hunting, and I came back with a fairly big bag here of goodies. So big bag here full of stuff, so I thought I'd share that with you. It's basically a mix of all kinds of things. So we'll start off by just opening this bag and setting up everything so we can check it out in a leisurely fashion. So do give me a couple seconds while I take everything out, and we'll go ahead and check everything out together. So everything's out of the bag at this point. So first thing I did was quick stop at the local thrift store. So how about we start there? So as usual, we have a Value Village in Canada, basically, you know, kind of like Salvation Army or things like that, basically, that do end up having bags of diecast cars. So picked up a few of those, basically, as you can see here. So lots of good stuff in here. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and unbag them one by one and check out what we got. So we're gonna start with the first bag here. Get that open for you. So first and foremost, we're going to be looking at a Ford Racing Champions NASCAR RCA livery Ford NASCAR. This is seems to be a T-Bird, Thunderbird. Probably the last version before the Neo Retro reiteration of the early mid 2000s. So nice little Racing Champions car, super good condition, nearly mint. A couple scratches on the top there, as you can see, but not crushed, complete. A few flea bites, and I mean the livery's all there. So yeah, pretty good start. I don't really collect NASCARs, but you know, if they're in good condition, why the heck not? Next up, we have a Majorette 57 Chevy with, unfortunately, a chunk missing out of the bumper here. So big blower, definitely tattered a little bit there, but you know, the two tips of the side exhaust are unfortunately missing, but you know, it's play worn, but I've seen way worse. So next up, interesting little piece. I'm actually not really sure what brand this is. Definitely something Chinese cheap diecast, basically, but a cool looking little lifted pickup with the box in the back. For whatever reason, there's a weird sponge in there, so don't know what that's about, but yeah, probably won't keep that one since it's tattered and torn, but yeah. Next up, this is actually, weirdly enough, the reason why I picked up the bag, this seems to be a kind of a Yachtming, I don't know, look at this, Chevy Citation Coupe, Yachtming style, definitely. It's got a little bit of weight to it. You got a plastic base, metal body, separate tan interior, and the infamous Yachtming wheels. A little bit of chrome from the front filler panel, but overall, really good condition. Definitely very interesting. I'll put this one to the side because I'm definitely going to keep this one. Not sure I'm going to keep these three here. Not sure I'm going to keep them, but let's keep going, basically. Next up, we've got kind of a cool Cool little curio from the past. Now please allow me a couple seconds because there's some weird gum style thing stuck to this one, so I just want to take most of it off so as to not show you something gross. Almost there, almost there. So yeah, not something I collect in a very you know, I'm not passionate way, but look at this thing. Little Matchbox camo Jeep. Yeah, it's got some gum style sticky residue on it, but all in all, very good condition. Pretty sure it'll come back to perfect after a little cleaning. But as you can see, the front windscreen is supposed to clip onto the top here, like so, but doesn't really stay in place. So not that bad. I mean, it's really good condition as mentioned before, but you know, nothing missing, everything's there. You got a little gas can on the back and plastic top. See, there you go, pops out again. Pretty cool. This one I'm kind of undecided, but I'm pretty sure it'll go on this side for donations. So that was the first bag. Not great, but I'm gonna start off with the least interesting ones and kind of gradually go towards more interesting stuff. So bag 2, let's rip this thing open. There you go. Always fun to do this, you know, because can be good surprises as well as not so good surprises. But here's one that I picked up despite me seeing that it was missing a part there. A little majorette, metal on metal, Land Rover Defender 90. So the mud splatter on the side. Here's your base. 160 scale, number 266. Missing the doors in the back, the door in the back, unfortunately. But potentially something on the top. I don't know if it had like maybe some type of cherry on top there or something like that. But overall, pretty solid condition. Suspension works well. Cool looking little curio here. Probably keep this. Even with the back door missing, I find it doesn't look too bad, honestly. You know, a nice little beater basically. So yeah, we'll put that here. Next up, this is something I was really happy to find. Got a Hot Wheels Chevy, an OBS NAS truck. Very, very good condition. Not bad at all. Love the 7 spokes with the Goodyear Eagle livery on there. Really happy to find this one. I'm not a NASCAR fan, but this NAS truck, definitely a very cool find. Silver painted plastic base. Actually, no, this is a metal base. It's a plastic body. Sorry about that. You know, very cool. Very, very cool. So, very good condition as well. Very happy about that find. Definitely. So, put that to the side as well. Let's push these back a little bit and probably get a better view. Yeah. So, next up, we've got something that I'll definitely not be keeping, but yeah, some cheapo C4 Corvette. You know, plasticky, super light, dingy, a little bit of a rusty axle and whatnot. So not great, but you know. This one though, very, very cool. Very cool. So I have here for you, bear with me while I attempt a very quick repair on this. There we go. Pretty cool. Texaco liveried Peterbilt long nose tractor trailer with plastic base, but a lot of metal on there. So a nice. Oh, actually, no, Kenworth. Sorry about that. Kenworth majorette. So really cool. This wheel's kind of weird though. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's a manufacturing defect, but see how the hub like literally is popped out? I have no idea what that's about. On the other side, it's definitely not the same, but very cool truck, pretty complete. don't know if there were stacks originally on this thing or anything like that, but looks to be pretty complete, so this is definitely a keeper. Next up, we're actually last in the bag. Well, we actually got a variation of that other C4 El Cheapo Corvette, so let's not dwell on that. Put that there. Alright. Let's go with another bag here. Yeah, there we go. Open that up here and see what is inside. So this one here, I already have a much cleaner version of it. Another majorette. Got a Ford cab over with the shell livery tanker. Normally it would come, as you can see, with the hitch on the back with a another trailer on the back that's about the same length. Don't have the trailer on the back, and I do have it already, so this is going to be not a keeper. Here though, this is very interesting. So that citation, this C4 Corvette seems to be about the same company and everything. Oh, I actually thought this had opening doors. Definitely looks like it, but no, it doesn't. But it's got some heft to it. Again, metal, plastic black base, metal body, and a tan interior. I mean, it's not too bad. It's written Vice on it. I don't know if this is supposed to be a Vice Squad police car or something like that. It definitely doesn't look like a police car. It doesn't look like anything like Miami Vice either. But cool little curio. I'm definitely gonna keep this one. It's different. I've never seen this one before. Then we have a surprisingly good condition Hot Wheels Blackwall. The what is this one? I think this is a Ford flat nose truck, if I'm not mistaken. There's nothing underneath. It's written Malaysia 1981. Definitely not a 1981 vehicle because it's got a plastic base. But yeah, super clean. Missing whatever was on the back there. I'm assuming it's a box truck since it's written rapid delivery on the side. But yeah, definitely very, very clean. Sure that'll make someone happy putting on that side. Then we have a kind of a weird one that I've never seen before. This is a Hot Wheels, but it's a McDonald's car, plastic body, metal base. Some kind of weird drift race taxi or something like that, but never seen that before. It's got a 94 copyright, made in China. I don't know. Not something I collect. Definitely not something I collect, but you know, put that to the side. Then we've got oh yeah, this is something definitely that I was happy to get. It's a car I already had, but not in such a great condition. It's a Nova car, NSX, Honda or Acura, depending on where you are in the world. In this case, since Nova Car is a European brand, like a cheaper brand from Majorette, and we are talking about no Acuras being sold in Europe, at least at that point in time. I'm gonna go with the Honda NSX, but left-hand drive, plastic body, metal base, very nondescript base, by the way. But this is like perfect. I have another one like this, but it's definitely worn a little bit. Obviously, since this is plastic, you won't see any type of paint coming off or anything like that. But unfortunately, you know, it's plastic, so it does get you know, aged, to be polite about it. So, but this is definitely something I'm gonna keep. And last one in this bag, and pretty much the reason why I bought this bag on the get-go, would be this beast here, Hot Wheels Chevy Blazer, but the old version, basically without the accessories on the rack, and especially metal on metal. Look at that, super nice. 83 copyright, or maybe 85. Not exactly sure. It's kind of hard to read. Let's see if through the viewer I can make it out better. I'm not even sure. 88? Either way, Blazer 4x4. Look at this thing. Super so 80s tampos. The big off-road wheels, classic off-road wheels. Opening doors. This is a brute, and right there, worth the $4 that this whole bag costs for sure. Rolls really well. So there we go. Now, last bag out of the thrift store finds is, I kept the best for last, basically. There we go. Alright, let's give it a start. So let's start with you know what? Remember this guy here, right? Looky what I found. An older Blackwall. This is it's also missing the rear accessory, whatever it was. Oh, you can say hi to my cat that just passed by there. She's meowing her life away. So, but yeah, Blackwall era, base metal body truck. You know, obviously paint missing, but original condition, obviously. And 79 copyright, Malaysia. Very cool little truck. Probably not something I'm gonna keep, because you know, trucks is not my forte and whatnot there, but it's nevertheless a very cool cool little curio. Next up, not sure what the brand is for this, but I find it's pretty cool. A little CJ7 hardtop with opening doors. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Suspension seems to be a little bit, you know, soft there, but it's still got a little bit of spring to it. Still got the spare on the rear. Honestly, guys, if you know what brand this is, let me know. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. But cool looking little Jeeps. Just missing the two corners on the bumper on the front. But very cool. Very, very cool. Next up, another McDonald's car from '94 from Hot Wheels. Definitely a weird one. Have no idea what the casting is called and whatnot. It's kind of like a shooting brake, futuristic shooting brake. Futuristic, I mean by 90 standard, because again, 94 copyright there. Mattel Hot Wheels, but I have no idea what this is. But it seems to be the same collection as this guy here. So, good question. If you guys know anything about that, just let me know. Always appreciated. Alright, next up, we have another Nova car. Nova car, Pathfinder, 3-door, or Terrano, depending where you are in the world. A big Nissan fanatic here, so, you know, definitely a keeper. Look at that. Plastic body, so there's no paint issues. The base is pretty good. Slightly rusty axles, but, you know, overall, really good condition. Glass is all there, super transparent, white interior, not a whole lot of details. Again, Major Up's cheaper brand, but very cool. And let's keep going in the Nova cars. I have a super sparkly purple version of this car. This is a Renault Espace, this second generation. Yeah, there was a glitter series in the Nova car lineup with glitter actually incorporated into the plastic of the body. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Ambulance livery. Again, plastic body, metal base, so there's no issues with tampos or with paint coming off. Two sunroofs. Doesn't really look like an ambulance because I don't know how the heck you'd fit a stretcher in there, but yeah, cool little truck or van. And the pièce de résistance, which made me buy the bags in the buy this bag in the first place. Yes, a Matchbox Z32 300ZX ZX ZX in yellow. T-tops. A little bit of missing paint. Definitely not perfect. With the 8-dot wheels, early 90s vintage. Look at that. Copyright 1990. Made in China. Plastic base, metal body. Wow. This is the era of Matchbox that brings me back to my youth. Definitely. Very, very, very cool find. Very happy about that. Left-hand drive. Basically, next up, I did buy a couple of new pullbacks that I was able to find in a couple of stores not too far. I'm a big fan of pullbacks. You probably, if ever you haven't seen my my video on pullbacks and things like that. Oh, hey! Before we get into the pullbacks, almost forgot one of the cars in here, which I found really cool. Another Yachtming. This is actually a weird one. This is a Ford Granada. European Ford. Very popular in the UK and then in Germany. But yeah, a Yachtming. It's got the weird weird tampos that are typical of the 80s, late 80s and early 90s. Star perfect or perfect star. Very weird, but you know. Very mundane 80s sedan. Late 70s, early 80s sedan, but very cool. It's got lens headlamps, believe it or not. So yeah, just a little final put it there. There you go. Yeah, so getting back to the pullback. So I got two actually, two really cool pullbacks that I was happy to find. So the first one I'm going to show you is shout out to all my JDM fans. Basically, we're talking about complement in the collection to the direct competitors that I do have a couple exemplars of different generations. First one we're going to look at is this really cool. What is this? What is this generation called? A Mean-Eye STI. Either way, the first generation for the US and Canada of the STI sedan, second generation of the STI sedan. If you consider the Blob-Eye and the Hawkeye as the same generation but facelifted. So this one does have left-hand drive, so we'll consider it has the J25. That's still used to this day in the STIs. So sedan. Plastic wing, so fairly fragile unfortunately, but as for the rest, you know, very well done. World Rally Blue with the silver BBS wheels, black interior, very cool, very well detailed. Again guys, a lot of times these pullbacks are slept on, but so many cool models, and for the price, the quality is definitely there. Oh, by the way, this is a what is this one? Actually called a, you know what? It's what it's RMZ City, STI. So here you go. Fortunately, no scale on this one for whatever reason, but yeah, we picked up also the infamous Kinsmart, probably my favorite brand of pullback. Look at this beauty. Ford GT40 Mark II. Not a Ford GT, not the modern version, but a GT40 Mark II. This is my only Mark II in the collection. What's different between the Mark I and the Mark II? If ever you've watched the either the excellent Ford versus Ferrari movie, or the even more excellent, in my humble opinion, Netflix documentary on Carroll Shelby, you will know that the Mark II is actually the one that brought back the prizes. If we're talking about those mid to late 60s Le Mans win attempts, you'll notice the snorkels on the back here, as well as the additional venting for the engine on the side. The Mark I, despite it, in my opinion, being the most beautiful of the bunch, and a Mark 1. There's one not too far from here, just over here, but yeah, either way. Yeah, the Mark II had the extra cooling because the first generation, the Mark 1 GT40s had huge overheating problems, which led to none of the cars actually finishing the race. And the Mark II, as we saw there for the back, actually fixed those cooling issues with the multitudes of little vents that were added on. And yeah, they were grabbing the wins one after the other. So yeah, this is really cool, really cool. You'll notice also the GT40, as you may or may not know, the 40 was actually designation of the height of the vehicle, so 40 inches high. And this one is right-hand drive with the opening doors, and you'll see how the cutout gives easier access to the pilot to enter and exit the car. But look at this thing. This is a 136 scale, 132 scale, yeah. I mean, seriously, for about what, $10 Canadian tax in, $8 to $10 depending where you buy it. So what, $6 to $8 US? Hard to beat. Plus you got the pullback action, so it's a very cool little car. And last but not least, this is something that's probably a little bit outside the realm of what I normally showcase, but I actually stumbled upon something I just had to pick up. Now, being a child of the mid to late 80s and early 90s, if we're talking about, you know, when I grew up and when my tastes developed and when I, you know, became conscious of what I actually liked and what really, you know, what was my jam basically when I was a kid. One thing that really stuck with me, and even to this day, was the original Transformers cartoon. So Transformers Generation 1, you know, it's really something that I've always loved, you know. Transformers the movie, I mean, I've seen probably 50,000 times, and I'm not talking about the Michael Bay recent ones, but the original cartoon from '86, where Optimus Prime actually dies, and it caused such controversy in the day. You know, that Transformers movie that was basically meant for, you know, older kids and young teens, in which they managed to slip in a swear word, you know, very, you know, it made its mark, and, you know, the soundtrack to this day is the most 80s thing you'll ever heard, but it's pretty awesome with, for a cartoon, pretty awesome artists that were, so I'm going to move everything over a little bit, just to give us a nice centralized viewing area. And I managed to find this for a bargain, literal steal. Oh, this is going to be hard to check out, but look at this. You recognize this guy? It's Jazz. Jazz, which is one of the original Transformers from the original series. Just move back a little bit. He's a Porsche 935, as you can see. And this is a everybody knows Tomica, right? Takara Tomy. There you go. A real Japanese product. I paid $20 for this thing. And after a quick check on eBay, the only comparable I was able to find new in box like this was about 150% more expensive before shipping. So I think this is an awesome little thing. So give you a quick view. Look at that. And you got the little accessories that go with it. Very cool. And I want to see the back of the box here. This is fairly recent. This is from the Transformers Generation series. But yeah, and see Transformers the movie. So this is where it's from. You've got a little bit of details here of what exactly we're talking about. Big screen inspired. And you got a little bit of a backstory here from the movie. What happens. So yeah, pretty darn cool. Pretty happy about that. You know, again, I don't collect action figures per se, but for the price this was, ridiculous. And I mean, Hasbro even was the one of the financiers from the for the cartoon movie from 1986 or 1985. So definitely very cool. But yeah, pretty happy. Nice hunt today. So yeah, that was my haul for today. Hopefully you enjoyed me sharing these little finds with you. So if you like what you saw, hit that like button. Always appreciated. Of course, subscribe if you want to be notified of future uploads on my behalf. And feel free to comment your feedback in the comment section. So I'll let you go on that. Hope you have an excellent day. Sorry. Thank you for being there and viewing this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care. Bye-bye.